control this room. But this isn't Burger King. When the sign changes to Burger King, you can have it your way. Right now, this is my courtroom, and you will answer my questions. Stop. Do you promise to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth under penalty of perjury? Yes or no?
Hello, everyone. Welcome. Hey, Auntie. So the truth and some people around here are strangers this week and every time. So, hey, Maggie May. Hi, Witchy. Absolutely. As Judge Strickland said in the Casey Anthony case, when he asked her, where's your child? She says, I don't know. And he told her, the truth and you are apparently strangers. So let's get on to the first person tonight. So apparently one person has one less video up tonight on their channels, on her channel. And everyone in my mod chat knows who that particular creator is. And she happened to go live and celebrate. Oh, look here, look here. Yay. Look, hey, Julie. Look here. My video went back up. Celebrating like it was 1999. So next time you do that, Drunken Donut, I suggest you don't be so cocky, because what you did that day was you didn't only put up my mugshot, honey. Then you continued, then you found somebody that was found, that was charged with sexual assault, you little bitch. And then you decided to put my mugshot next to it. You remember that part? And spread a nice false narrative. Yeah. I'm gay, you dumb bitch. So how did you think that people in my chat or anyone else's was going to believe that dumb shit? In the first place? And that wasn't the reason why I struck you in the first place. That wasn't the reason. The reason was you sit there and open up your mouth. You open up your mouth open and wide. Whoa. And you shoot it off. Some of the times you don't know what you're talking about, but still. But then when someone responds to you and plays the receipts, hey, Wyoming. So when someone plays the receipts and plays your content and does a review, you strike them. Drunken Donut. You file a copyright strike and say they're harassing you. You did that to several people on here. I'm not going to name names. Everyone in my chat right now knows who I'm talking about. Everyone here knows who I'm talking about. Who she struck down because she was getting a response to her mouth. But she can dish it. But the Drunken Donut can dish it, apparently, but can't take it. Now, if the Drunken Donut wants to go on her channel and rant that she hates me and how much, and she doesn't buy my theories or my opinions, I don't give a shit. Hey, Ghost. So she wanted to do that and say, I don't believe him, or I don't buy that theory. Here's mine. If she wanted to talk shit on a panel, that's her prerogative. But don't or have her the Drunken Donut's opinion. Hey, Boots Mama. So she wanted to have her damn opinion about me, talk some shit. I probably wouldn't. I wouldn't give a shit, because we all know that the replay cunt had a stream about me. I don't know how long ago, and I didn't give a shit. I didn't watch most of it because all she was doing was smack talk, small talk, giving her selective outrage, which I owned, by the way. I said what I said, and it was from memory from last year when a channel called Replay Crew went on another channel and talked about her essay. Yes, I said that. Yes, I said that. I remember that. Is it the same Replay Crew? I don't know. She denies it. But am I lying? No. Could I be mistaken? Sure, I could be. Sure, I could be mistaken. It could have been another nasty little backstabbing hussy over there. But apparently that thread, when I went back to look, was wiped clean. Interesting. Hey, Jason. So apparently when that happened, that entire thread, for the comments, most of the comments were wiped clean. Interesting, isn't that? So she wanted to talk some trash. I let her. I let her vent. I let replay cunt or whatever her name is say how much she hates me or how wrong she says I was. It wasn't my business. Okay, that's her opinion. But what the drunken donut did was potentially dangerous. No, Auntie. The answer to your question is no. I didn't lose any sleep over it. Do you think I care what replay cunt and the drunken donut think? No. Didn't think so. Yeah. Nope. I didn't lose any sleep over striking. Nope. But she couldn't take it. She couldn't take the clap back. And then she decides, hey, right? I got to strike or I got to report because my feelings got hurt. So we're gonna talk about what she did the other day. So everyone knows that drunken donut the drunken donut doesn't like CJ. They had their falling out. We all know this. So CJ came out and told us some of the things that she, the drunk, told her, CJ, behind the scenes. Okay. So apparently the drunk, the donut, didn't like that too much. So, talking about her bisexual husband and that she smells like fish, blah, blah, blah. That her husband complains about her smelling like fish sticks and whatever the deal is. Hey Zen, welcome. That she had this funky smell, which could be remedied by taking a shower or bath daily. And blames her husband. It's all her husband's fault, apparently. That she got mad and called him a bisexual man. So the drunken donut decides to go over to CJ's channel. Apparently it's Auntie. It's her husband's fault. She stinks. Apparently. She takes no responsibility for anything. So it must be her husband's fault. So she goes over to CJ's channel. It's probably CJ's fault now, too. And finds a video, finds a song. Kiwi Farms. It was something she was singing something about Kiwi Farms. So I was looking, I was scrolling through her videos. I don't really watch her because I was looking for something else. And this Kiwi Farms thing caught my eye. So I play that little part. And CJ is using the R word. Okay, not very nice language. I don't agree with the way CJ was singing, but I'm just going to say that because I'm not saying CJ's right for doing that. However, I went over to CJ's channel. Hey, Jack. So I went over to CJ's channel to look at where that so-called song came from. I went back 3 months. 3-4 months. Couldn't find it on CJ's channel. So last night on Jamie's live, I tried to ask CJ a question. I wasn't trying to be mean. I asked how, when she mentioned the Kiwi Farms incident, I asked CJ, how old was that? How old was that video you made? I don't approve of the language in that video, but so if Auntie is correct, which I think she's correct on this, because I couldn't find it from 3 months ago or 4 months ago when I went through CJ's channel. So CJ, I mean, not CJ, excuse me. Drunken Donut went through CJ's channel looking for dirt. So she must have went way back. Yeah, it's a few years old, probably, Witchy. It's probably a few years old. It's probably a year old, 2 years old. Who knows how old that is? I'm not going to go 2 years back looking for dirt on CJ. Does anyone in this chat care or is too concerned about 2 to 3 years ago when it comes to CJ? I'll say I didn't like the language, but here's the point I'm trying to make. But here's the point I'm trying to make is the Drunken Donut really has nothing on CJ that's out or people forgot about. So the Drunken Donut had to go back on CJ's channel, went back years and years, and finally found something with the R word and the A word. I could say this word, autistic, using it in a derogatory manner, using it as a name, as an insult. Sure, Auntie, I will. So she used, I'm not going to excuse that, but at the same time, everyone makes mistakes on here. So it's the same concept as some of these trolls. Some of these trolls, you know, Slow DN and even Kimball's is doing this. They're going back years. They've gone back 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, back on Jamie, just to get something juicy. To something he's already admitted to doing. Yeah, it's all about they are thirsty for content. They are thirsty for revenge, Auntie. And this is why this community has become a disaster. Since June, this community has gotten even worse. I thought it was bad back in March and April of last year. I thought it was bad back then, back in January. You had this one and that one doing this real life shit. And then you had then you had Natasha doing her usual shit. Now it's all over the place. Now the insanity is all over the place. To the point where no one knows who's loyal to who anymore. And the trend started June 1st, or right before, I think it's a day or two before, when Robbie did his live making so-called loving peace with Tiffany, the flashlight. Thank you, Julie. Now, Robbie doesn't get the fact that there's nothing wrong with making peace with people on this platform. But peace doesn't mean you automatically hug each other and become best besties. Best besties, you know? And peace means both sides stop the bullshit. Peace isn't a one-sided show or such a selfish, self-centered thing where, oh, I'm going to make, this is what Robbie did. Robbie reached out to Tiffany, Miss Flashlight, and says, let's be besties. He made peace with the psycho and said, who cares about my supporters? Who cares about my friends? Maggie May, you're absolutely right. So he says it was so selfish of him, saying, oh, he only thought of his well-being. Hey, yes, Hockett. So he didn't make a provision. Don't go after people in my chat. Don't go after my friends. She wouldn't go for that. And then Robbie had everyone on panel and tried to work out a peace agreement. And Miss Flashlight wouldn't have it. Wouldn't that be the first alarm bell to go off? That she's fake as shit? But no. Robbie had to think of himself, as always, his own. And then he had to make people choose. You had to choose Robbie or Jamie. Now some people aren't going to some people are going to say, "Oh, that's not true." In my opinion, it is. Now, I'm going to give you an example of what I mean. Hey, Sarah. So, last Sunday on Sirens, I was up. We're having a good time. And someone from Robbie's decides to come up for the second week in a row, or third week, I'm not counting. And she's been causing a lot of bullshit behind the scenes. I'm not judging. Hey, Smiley. I'm not judging anyone for being upset or concerned about this. Really, I'm not. I'm not judging anyone. I heard people say I don't trust Margie. I don't trust her intentions. I'm not going to mention the people who reached out to me and said this. I don't trust Robbie. And I don't blame you. But some of you have lost the meaning of what Sirens channel is about. It's about sitting back and having a good time and forgetting the drama. Hey, I guess you were right, Maggie May. So some people aren't trusting Margie's intentions going over to Sirens. She never shows up for karaoke streams. Well, I'm just going to say this, everyone. Please don't boycott Sirens stream just because you don't like somebody. Isn't that so stupid or silly to do? Go over to Siren because you want to have a good time. You support Siren. Don't punish Siren because you're untrusting and don't like somebody. What did Siren say? What does he constantly say? If you don't like someone in chat, click the 3 dots and block them. And as long as Margie, yeah, as Hackett, just block them. You don't have to go, you don't have to take the extreme measure of boycotting someone because someone's up on panel and you don't like them. I'm trying to show people that even though I don't trust Margie for anything, I'm not going to sit there and be spiteful to Siren because of it. True, but as long as she's not Wyoming, as long as she's not causing problems or too many problems up on panel, you get what I'm saying? Hey, Gordo. So as long as she's not causing too many problems. So let's talk about the Margie controversy, the other side of the coin. So I've been hearing that Margie has been messaging people saying she still cares about them, but then makes statements on her channel saying she can't stand them. No, I heard the person who that was told to, who the victim of this was. I don't think she should be dragged any more than she has. And I think that is fake as shit. I think that is being as fake as you can get on here. So you go into Messenger or Discord. You drop someone a message saying you still like the person. And then you go on your live and then you start dragging them. Huh? I'm scratching my head here because that's as backstabbing as you can get. An exorcism, they need more than that. So you say one thing in private, and then you say another thing in public. And you don't expect the people that you do this to, Margie, to call you out when you do this to them. So who's the one starting drama around here? So who's the one starting drama and trying to turn one person against the other? So I didn't really know Margie. I don't really know her. I met her once behind the scenes on a private StreamYard. And this was over at Hunchback Steph's. Now let's address her for a moment, too. So I told everyone this before, and I went over to Steph's because I saw Michelle over there, my friend Michelle, and I decided to go over and support her. And for another reason, I felt a little sorry for her, little Steph, that she couldn't get more than 100 some views. She got less than 100 some views most of the time. Yeah. So I would go up on her panel with Michelle, and we'd have, sometimes it was silly, and sometimes it was we actually talked about something worthwhile. So one night, Margie takes the StreamYard, and I was talking to the other girls, and Margie says, "How rude! That's so nasty. I'm so offended." And Lonnie was back behind the scenes. Hey, Red Door. Hey, Michelle K. You probably remember that day, right? When we were behind the scenes with the yup, you were there too, Boots. And then Margie starts saying, "Oh, I'm so offended." And then she gets off the StreamYard and then comes right back with an attitude. Yeah, that was my first meeting with Margie. She didn't seem all there. Let's just put it that way. We were all joking around back there and trying to have a good time. Oh, and happy birthday again, Michelle. So this seems to be a pattern lately with Margie here. So here's the thing, Margie, if you're listening or going to listen. So if your intent is to go over to Sirens or whoever's channel to start trouble and cause more division, you're wasting your time because people already think that. They don't trust you. They already know you have an alcohol problem, like the Drunken Donut. But I don't think it's fair to Siren, who's done nothing wrong. I don't think it's fair to him. I don't think it's fair one bit. You're absolutely right, Boots. Steph left. Michelle was there. Siren just wants to have a fun channel and escape from the drama. It's not fair for people to sit there and judge him for someone for either someone who comes into his chat or someone who goes up on panel. It's not fair to him. As long as they're behaving themselves, so please don't punish Siren for the actions of a drunk. No one's messing with Siren per se, Auntie. People are complaining that Margie, Jet's mom, is going up on panel. Margie's causing a lot of drama around the tubes, and people aren't showing up for Siren streams. The number cut like in by 2/3. So I'm just speaking out on it. I'm just asking, please, anyone, don't punish Siren for wanting to have a good time on here. Be there for Siren. Because when Robbie did what he did and says, let's make peace with the flashlight, who cares if the flashlight causes problems and attacks his so-called friends? As long as flashlight doesn't bother him and they were buddy, that's all that mattered to him, apparently. Siren doesn't care who comes to on his channel as long as they don't start problems. And you're getting a true. And this is getting to the point where it's like children are playing. It's like, don't bring your drama over to Siren. And at least Margie admitted on one of Siren's streams, she knows not to mess with me. Especially on panel. Because she knows that she'll get a sarcastic response back. And that's the truth. You've all seen me on Jamie's, right? With my sarcastic remarks. You've all seen me with my sarcastic remarks, my comments. She probably knows better. She'd get owned. So yeah, then after Robbie did what he did, people started accusing him of substance abuse. Yeah, sarcasm is such a beautiful language, isn't it? Witchy. I love it. It's too bad the people over at Skankies and Flashlight and they don't get it. They don't get that language. I love it. I love sarcasm. Yeah, a lot of us speak it fluently in our own way. Yeah. Robbie decided to think of himself and not other people. So it is what it is right now. And then a month later, we all know Kimball's and Kraftles decided to follow suit with their bullshit. And what it did, so I bring this up because it divided people some more. So there are some people, I'm not going to name them because some of them are actually good people. There's a few people over at Robbie's, a few. I'm not saying all of them, since his chat turned into some of the people in his chat are like full of garbage, but there's a few people that are halfway decent people that come in and say hello or they shouldn't be in the position or scared to come into Jamie's chat because they like Jamie or they like me or they like someone else and they don't want Robbie to go off. Now, Kimball's and Kraftles accused him of being high or having a relapse. No, that wasn't it. If you were actually paying attention at that time, if you're listening to Robbie, it wasn't a relapse. Yeah, it is high school crap, Auntie. This is so high. I wouldn't say high school, so elementary school. You know, you stomp on someone's foot at recess. This is ow, I'll get you, and then you do it right back. This is what it feels like. This is what it feels like. Mm-hmm. Absolutely, Julie. I used that block button several days ago. With someone who was causing an issue with me and a few others in chat. I pushed those 3 dots and I said I had enough. Mm-hmm. You got that right, Witchy. But when you have nothing but haters in your chat that are only going to drag your channel down, you have to wonder what they are thinking. I wonder that too, Witchy. It's like when you have all you have is real lifers, doxers, and scud buckets in your chat. You really got to take a look on the inside. There's nothing wrong with looking after your channel. But when you have nothing but when 85% of the people in your chat is trash, you really got to take a look at yourself. This is just an opinion. So I think Robbie was sick of the attacks. So he reached out to Flashlight and decided to say to give the finger to Jamie because the other side doesn't like Jamie. So what Robbie did was he says, okay, let me make peace with all these people. Let me give Jamie the shaft. I'll let the Flashlight and her friends have free reign. Let them attack the Legion. And he was thinking of himself. It's selfish. And then he threw people that and then he threw people good supporters of him under the bus just so he was thinking of him. What is good for Slobby tonight? Now, the one part I agreed with, him trying to work things out with Slobby and not Slobby. Yeah. He was trying to work things out with the Flashlight and Jamie actually tried to work things out with Flashlight on Slobby's panel. But Flashlight says you're not going to do any demands. I'm going to attack you. I'm going to attack your friends, no matter what you do or say. And it was a waste of everyone's time who went up there. No, Bog, you're 100% correct. That's his problem. Always thinks of him. And then he goes and says, this is what I heard. I don't know if this is true, but then he said, I want to make peace. I want to make peace with Kramavat. Really? After she took you to court, filed a false restraining order, which he proved, actually. He actually had his receipts. While Miss CV over there had zero, just her word, which practically meant shit. And constantly goes back and forth. And he wants to be friends with her. Give me a break. Yeah, it is kindergarten stuff. Hey, Johnny, how are you? Mm-hmm. Yeah, this stuff is becoming so juvenile. It just and immature. Oh, happy birthday, Johnny. So, yes, so we had two people who split this community up even more than it was divided. And it's become disaster central here. And now they're going after Lonnie, who came back over here. Now, about Lonnie, she had a good point. I was watching her the other day, and we all know she could be a bitch. She even admits it. We all saw how she was posting screenshots from Jamie's mod chat. We all saw that, which meant practically nothing. They're all nothing burgers. And we all saw the smack talk of some of the most disgusting things she said. However, let's say that we're going to say this about Lonnie, which is 100% truth. If you don't like Lonnie, then turn the channel. If you can't handle Lonnie, it's like a TV set. You don't like what you're watching, you have every option to turn that channel, everyone. This is to the haters. Nobody has a gun to your head and forces you to watch Jamie to get you all triggered up. Nope. But, oh, have a good night, Auntie. Oh, October 2nd. So no one's forcing anyone to watch. But some of these idiots over on that other side, I saw last night on Jamie's that a troll came in calling her a tranny, accusing her of having a wig, Mm-hmm. They are triggering themselves by watching. They are thirsty for content. The Drunken Donut is 100% guilty of watching everyone to see what they have to say about her. It's like she's glued to that chair and watches everything. Okay, Witchy. Good night, hon. Hey, Patty. So we're gonna watch a video. I thought this was quite interesting. I didn't watch it till after Noodle. So we're gonna watch this. Hold on a second. So everyone, so X, Miss Monica, is continuing up her hate campaign. So her little lap dog, Shih Tzu, is still at it. Aw, poor thing. Woof, 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 woof. So we're gonna play Noodle's new video. Lots of receipts, everyone. Hope everyone could see this. Oh, yes. Speak slowly so Cole gets it right. Fair use, Cole. Fair use. So here we go. So here's Shih Tzu being a bitch. Okay, her usual shit, right? Okay, let's pause this real quick. So Noodle Mash mentioned that Mrs. P said Noodle Mash's grandkids would be harmed. Yes, Mrs. P did say that in retaliation. Really? So now you're Shih Tzu. Now you are making excuses for Mrs. Portland. So it's okay to make threats towards Noodle Mash's grandkids that they should be harmed just because Mrs. Portland gets upset. Really, Shih Tzu? So how would you like that if it happened to your grandkids? You wouldn't have, you won't like that so much, right? Damn. So it's okay for Mrs. Portland to do it because you don't like noodle mash. But it's not okay for Noodle to respond to your skanky ass. So she's saying total lie about me, causing and inciting hate and harassment against me. So where's the proof, Shih Tzu? Yep, Shih Tzu is just excusing her behavior and insinuating it's Noodle's fault, therefore agreeing with the threat. Absolutely, Noodle. 100% right. Okay. So Shih Tzu is a woman in her mid-70s, which means she should know how to act. Instead, she name calls, body shames, look shames, lies, sexually demeans people, puts people down for talking about mental illness, says my husband's cancer is his own fault. The list goes on and on. So, okay, let me refer to myself in this statement. I do call people names sometimes. I'm guilty as charged with that one. Body shame, I don't do that. I don't look shame people. I don't lie. I don't lie about people. I don't sexually demean people. So, okay, I'm being fair here. So, at least I'm showing I have self-awareness here. I may have a different point of view, but it doesn't mean I'm lying. So, I have boundaries, Shih Tzu, lover, or whatever you want to call it. So, let's continue. How could someone's cancer be Noodle's fault? I don't get that either, but so now Shih Tzu is calling Noodle Mash a liar. That's rich. Okay, now Noodle's gonna show name calling. Okay, all right, everyone. You see that? There should be one of Noodle Mash called Bobblehead. So, and then another insult. Read that, everyone. The Hawaiian lady with a grass skirt was a popular bobblehead doll in the 50s and 60s in California. Name calling. Okay. So here's the next one. So now she's going after one of my mods. Okay. Now calling sailboat, silly boat. And then calling Care D crap dump. That's original. Not. Oh, and there's X Harding. So this is on X's or Monica's community wall. How lovely. Oh, here's the girl I called fake. And a motherfucker, by the way. Being tagged. Wet noodle, limp noodle, pasta mush, macaroni smash, spaghetti swash, rigatoni squish, magatoni crunch, booble bobblehead. She wonders why I call her fake. It's right there. She pretends to go up on Noodle's panel and suck up to her, and then she pulls this shit. Goes over to X's or Monica, whatever you want to call her these days, and is in with these people. Make as you can get. So now Shih Tzu's calling Noodle a Karen. Aw, poor thing. More projecting Shih Tzu. Okay, now we're gonna go into body shaming. Oh, this should be rich. Okay, why wasn't she wearing a bra? And X is being tagged in this. It's none of your business, Shih Tzu and Monica, if she wears a bra or not. It's not the 1800s anymore. If a female wants to wear a bra, it's up to her. Damn, you're behind the times. Oh, ignorant. And even if she wasn't, how is this bothering you? Oh, peace. Okay, we're going to go into shaming. That's kind of okay. So this is kind of self-explanatory. Look at how many times Monica's. Look at how many times Monica's tagged here. Oh, thank you, Red Door. Patty, she can't show anything. Shih Tzu is a liar. She's just a bully. And I'm going to get into the dementia thing in a few minutes after this video is done. So yes, yeah, Noodle, explain that, Patty. Monica made a photo adding 300 pounds like she usually does, or 600 pounds. I don't care how many pounds she added, really. Making her boobs hang. She did have a bra on before the pic. I'll believe Noodle before I believe that Skank Monica. So that comment from Ugly Karen needs to be sent to the PD. So here we go again. What an evil person that is. She needs to be locked up for bullying a mentally disabled person. So how many times do we have to go through this? How many? Her mental disabilities, Mrs. Portland, doesn't give her an excuse to bully people on here. A court of law held her responsible. So she's not legally incompetent. She's legally sane. The rules apply to Mrs. Portland as they do to Noodle Mash. So this is the dumbest comment I'm seeing. So here's another comment. Here comes the lies. So here's what Shih Tzu Lover is gonna say. She has incited harassment against both of us. Now her followers are harassing us because of what she said about us. She lied several times about us. Second one, Noodle Mash is an abuser and harasser herself. She constantly attacks a mentally handicapped woman. She attacks anyone that disagrees with her. She attacked me as well. Now I'm going to respond to the first one. Noodle Mash did not ask me to cover this today. I did this on my own. Shih Tzu. I did this on my own. Watching this video of Noodle. You asked Noodle for receipts. And she's giving them to you. She's giving you receipts of your behavior, and that's not harassment. Just because if you don't like your bad behavior being shown on one of these channels, then I suggest you stop and shut the fuck up. You got it? Being 70 years old, 70-some years old is not an excuse. So let's continue, shall we? Okay, so now Shih Tzu, you're using Noodle's real name. So maybe if Noodle Mash would stop harassing and bullying others, then people would not have to clap back and defend themselves. Try it. Why don't you? Well, the only one I'm seeing going at Noodle is you, Shih Tzu, Monica, Cole. And let's go to the second little tidbit here. So she says, Scott, that is the truth. She wants to destroy anyone who dares to discuss anything negative about her. She attacked and harassed me several times. So, Shih Tzu, why don't you show where she attacked and hurt you on the internet? Huh? Show us on the doll where Noodle has hurt you. Come on. Show us on the dough doll where Noodle has hurt you. Come on. Come on. Just because you make comments that are nasty and derogatory and you post them and Noodle posts them, it's your problem. And I'm going to testify to this. I can testify to this under oath. I disagreed with Noodle in the comments. Several times. I disagree at times with her. And she actually listens. Shih Tzu. There was those 2 times in particular where I made her think or rethink her position on something. By disagreeing with her. I didn't get banned. I didn't get berated. So knock it off, Shih Tzu. I don't believe you. So here we go. Here's another so here we go. She's tagging someone else. Spreading the narrative. Same old narrative. Noodle Mash was told to stop harassing Mrs. P by herself. But Noodle Mash continued on until she was pushed Mrs. P over the edge. Now, sorry, Shih Tzu, a court of law disagreed with you. So you can disagree with an Oregon court all you like, but that's probably the only opinion that really matters here. So there's that. Stick that in your pipe and smoke it. No, she didn't, Patty. She didn't show what Noodle Mash did because it didn't happen. Absolutely. So let's continue, shall we? Sexually demeaning. Well, I'm gonna say this with sexually demeaning people. That's Natasha Cooper's specialty. So when I first came in and heard the name Natasha Cooper and she was so controversial, I went and typed her name in and did research. And that's the first thing that comes to mind. That's the first name that comes to mind when I hear sexually demeaning people. Because she does it so well. And then I watched some clips, lots and lots and lots of them. Of her lies, Natasha's lies, sexual harassment, sexual demeaning, body shaming, look shaming, scamming, you name it. And she actually did some free advertising for Jamie. So I says, who's this liking guy that she's threatening to porn bomb or not porn bomb, you know what I mean? She was threatening to post his nudes or whatever. Everyone knows what I'm talking about. And so I went over and looked Jamie up. So I started watching some of his content and I said, oh, this guy's not that bad. So he must have did something right to get Natasha all pissed off. So he must have did something to Natasha to get her all fired up like that. So they have sex toys and they were going to critique Lycan's penis tonight. I was like, yuck. All right, you're going too far, hon. So let's watch this. Oh, that's so nice. Donna Kelly cares. So you're talking about someone's pickle, as in shrinkage. So here you go. There's that. How lovely. Oh, and there's a little hearty by Monica. Yuck. So puts down people for talking about mental illness. So let's see that part, shall we? So Shih Tzu's again tagging Monica, addicted to the victim drug, good one, and oh so true. No real victim would act like that and brag about being a victim or an ass survivor. A true victim does not want that as her label or identity. Excuse me, Shih Tzu. Really? Yikes. So ignorant. Okay, so here we go. Having a mental illness isn't an excuse to get away with harassing and spreading malicious lies about someone. That I agree with. Let's give you an applause for that one, Shih Tzu. You finally get something. Now let's read the rest. Being a supposed S survivor doesn't give you a pass on your wrongdoing. Okay, I can give you that, and doesn't excuse it. Why would someone want to brag about having a mental illness and about being an S survivor? Is that their whole identity? Isn't being a wife, mother, grandmother a better identity? That person really needs some serious therapy and possible hospitalization and help with her role as an S troll. Now let's give the proper reaction to that part, shall we? There we go. That's the proper reaction to that part, because she doesn't just talk about mental illness, Shih Tzu, because you have selective hearing, don't you? She does her crafts. She does other things on her channel, if you're not aware of that. So that's not her whole identity, you dumb fuck. Yikes. And you hang out with S trolls. Oh, yikes. The intelligence around here. Oh, and let's address the top part that's not highlighted, shall we? So Noodle Mash loves and supports Lycan, who told several people to off themselves. She supports him, although he made threats of violence against several people. So once again, she's being a hypocrite. So let me give you a news flash. She actually spoke out in chat against that and told Jamie she didn't like it. I was there. I saw it. She even told Jamie, don't go there. Yikes. These uninformed imbeciles. Okay. Hey, Be Good. Welcome. Yeah, they did, Patty. Because even Mrs. Portland told them to leave her the fuck alone. Because the advice them people over there gave her got her into legal trouble. And there was no way out of it. So we have some more uninformed morons. Okay, so this one says my husband's cancer is his own fault. This is the most ridiculous one I ever seen. Do you have a crystal ball, Shih Tzu lover? No, you're just insulting, right? You just don't like Noodles, so you just have to keep going at her. So you remember when Noodle got that anti-stalking order against Mrs. P? Perhaps there's one with your name on it in the future. Just saying. If you work hard enough for it, maybe you'll get one. Since you wanted White Knight for Mrs. Portland so badly, and you gave her such bad advice, it couldn't happen to a better human being. That's just my opinion, but hey, what goes around comes around, doesn't it? So she says she is hurting her husband who has cancer because she sucks him into her nonsense on YouTube. She also doesn't encourage him to quit smoking on those cancerous cigarettes, thereby hurting him more. Really? How do you know? Oh, that's right. You're taking the word of a liar named Kelly, who hasn't had physical contact with them in how many years now? So here we go. So these people ran background checks, revealed the information not previously revealed. They stalked her Facebook for pictures. They went to Twitter trying to get her channel shut down, not by telling the truth, but by lying. And here's something that's pathetic. How would Noodle be trying to pick up men on here? Newsflash. This community is over 95% women. You idiot. So why would she be using this community to pick up men? It doesn't make any sense. Oh, these idiots. These accusations. They don't even pass the mustard. Okay. Yeah, it's skin cancer, Patty. Yeah, that type of cancer is not smoke related. What a bunch of idiots. You know, it's like, come on here. Don't they know what skin cancer is? There's different types. Yeah, they sure did make it worse for Mrs. P. And supposedly someone's going live in 30 minutes. With the title, "It's Over and Done With." Really? Yeah, it's over and done with. Really, it's when you're coming into chats and starting trouble as of recently, I don't think it's over and done with. So, to close things off, when people go into people's chats, especially Steph, I've noticed they've been making the worst and dirtiest comments. Hey, it is what it is, right? So when you want to keep the drama flowing and the faucet dripping, drip, 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 you're probably going to get a response. I guess someone doesn't like it, so Robbie. Oh. But hey, right? I wonder what excuse he's going to come up with this time. You're going to say how good looking he is when and how much people want him. Over 86% of my chat that one day said they don't want him that way. So, all right, everyone. I just wanted to get on here. So I want to thank everyone for coming and everyone have a good evening. So I'm going to shut this down, and membership links are on the is pinned to the top for anyone who wants to member up. And until next time, bye-bye, everyone.